15, 2022, we took the cruise ship from Long Beach to Mexico, 7-day cruise ship. So we at the cruise ship right now. We take the ride from top of the cruise ship. We go to from Long Beach, go 2 days on the sea. We go to Puerto Vallarta, and next day go to Mazatlan. Last day go to Cabo San Lucas, and after that one sea day, and we arrive back to Long Beach here in 21st, January 21st to 22nd. Today, this cruise is the first cruise on the year 2022. Okay, fun cruise.
Y'all vacation energy. Stick around, we a minutes away from your sail away party. Let's have some fun, y'all. Tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up. Let's live it up. Got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. That's right, come on, paddle on, live it up. Let your hair down. Oh my God. Let's all say what? Let's kick it off. Fill them up, y'all. Look at it dance. Just take it off. Let's break it down. Let's shut it down. Let's burn the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's right, paddle on. Let's go. We on vacation. We were a good time all the time. Do it. Let's have a good time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. We got it. Easy go. Easy go. That's right. Do it.
Everybody clap. Now, I don't care the training. We're gonna sing na 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 na. I don't care that training. Let me hear you sing. We'll again. I'm gonna roll to the beat dance, y'all. That's right. Step, step, slide. Come on now, step, step, slide. Kick it. One, two, let me see you. That sounds a little weird. Actually, wait a minute. I need you to show us how you cruise Carnival, okay? So we're gonna back up. We're gonna give her a little room right now. Parents, show us how they need to be acting this cruise. Give me a song in 3, 2, 1. Break it down. There we go. All right, make some noise for Grandma. Make some noise.
this way. I'll say that everyone.
Work the runway, honey. There we go, turn it.
You never had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am.
Give me the flames. I see you up there, 11 and 12. It's very easy. The hands go like this. Bring it down. And I say, what's it called? Kick it. I said, what's it called? I said, kick it. Hands up. Shake that booty. Round and round. Hands up. Shake that booty. Somebody scream. That's what I'm talking about, folks. I already told you. You see any of this crew on board, we're going to have you in good hands this week. Get ready to party. I hope you know you're not sleeping this week. You can sleep when you get back home. DJ, just keep the party going. What else do you got for us, DJ? Ow! Ow! Okay. Let me show you how we do this one on board. Couple wobbles. Come on over. Got plenty of room to dance floor. Just give me a step. Drop it down. Let me see your chest. What's up, buddy? Here we go. Everybody gonna jump forward. Bring it up. Feel left side. Wobble to the right side. Wobble. Give me a right foot step. Cha cha cha. Step. Cha cha cha. Move it. Big jump forward. Here we go. Right, left, right. There we go. And a right foot. Turn it. Get in there. Oh, get in there. Oh, get in there. Here we go. Double time to the front, to the back, to the front. To the back, to the front, to the back. Give me a left, right, left, right. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Here we go. Get ready, get ready. Double time, front to the back, to the front. To the back, to the front, to the back. Here we go. Left, right, left. Right, left, right. Work it. It's gotta be Christmas. Here we go, a big jump. Oh, there, remember. Back to the front, to the back. Let me see you by yourself. Okay. Can you do this part? Hey. All right, somebody scream! Folks, I can tell we're gonna have ourselves a great cruise. That's what I can tell 100%. We got the party people on this cruise, and it is an honor to be your cruise director. Once again, my name is Christian, all the way from Chicago. That's right, folks. We're not Americans. Americans make some noise. Yeehaw! I'm not even from, why did I say yeehaw? Folks, you're gonna be in good hands this cruise. I wanna see you all.
That's what I did with him. We used to be married like 30 years ago.
Before we leave, I'ma tell y'all a little something. Goes up, down.
you up. Uptown.
Driver who's helping me to safely ascend to the surface is Richard, a longtime member of Catherine's Sea Turtle team.
And now the work continues topside, work that will help protect this critically endangered species. Coming up next, I do my part to help save.
Right there! Fish! Careful!
The island of Grand Turk is a great spot for fishing and scuba diving. The incredibly productive waters and amazing reef system are home to so many different fish species. If you're lucky, you may get to see an endangered hawksbill sea turtle. Right now, I'm with Catherine Hart and her team of conservationists, and we're bringing a giant hawksbill up to the boat to do a health assessment.
Woo! How do we do?
That was awesome. Awesome cut.
Catherine just told me this is likely the biggest hawksbill they've ever captured, which is awesome. So now the next big challenge is to get this mighty turtle on that little boat.
All right.
Good job.
That was awesome.
Oh,
I'm holding on because I couldn't get his slippers. He like smacked me on the head at one point.
yeah, right here.
Hey man, how's it going? Nice to meet you, man.
So this is Nate,
No, I saw him when you pulled him up.
and Nate works with Catherine. We have successfully captured this turtle in one of the most epic, amazing experiences of my life. So you think this might be the biggest one you've captured?
Yeah, definitely.
As we get ready to process this amazing turtle planet, and that beauty has contributed to its extinction status, along with climate change and habitat loss. Today, this population has been reduced astonishingly by 80%. And if they disappear, this whole ecosystem pays the price. Now, to show you why they call it a hawksbill, you can see its nose curls like a hawk's beak.
So that pointed part of its beak can reach right into the crevices of the coral reef, so it can stick its beak inside and scrape out the sponges and scrape out all of the encrusting organisms that it feeds on.
Which is, it's kind of a grazer in a way.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want to do first?
I guess the first thing we should do is measure the turtle.
The blackfin tuna.
So our plan is we're gonna troll back and forth at about 8 knots, have all these lures in the water, and hopefully we're gonna catch a fish.
Yeah, I'm right.
All right, we may begin to some action. We got some bird activity up front.
Pao is using some pretty inventive and effective lures.
It's got a big hook. Why is it a big hook? Because we want to catch something big. Big ball, right there. Fish, hitting underneath those petrels, right over there. Look at this, right there. Birds, 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 birds. They're basically feeding on the byproduct of a fish frenzy. Where there's bait, there's big fish. We know that from the birds. We're going into the kill zone. Look at that, you can see the tuna right there. You can see that, you can see the backs of the tuna. The backs of those tuna are blackfin tuna. Very common species, not as large as the bluefin or the yellowfin, but equally delicious. Very stable population in these waters. And what they're actually doing is they're smashing the bait. They're hitting that bait at 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. They're like torpedoes, and they're blowing that bait up. That fish explodes. When it does, all that funk gets spread to the water. That brings me all the birds. There's a small fish on.
Yeah, fish on.
Fish on!
That's a mackerel. That's a
That's a
mackerel.
little mackerel.
Yeah, that's a mackerel.
Yeah. Fish on!
Seems so. That's a barracuda.
Barracuda. We're gonna barracuda, one of the top predators on this reef. Beautiful fish. We're gonna de-hook it. Set it free. Something's hitting
Something
that.
over there.
We're going right to the tuna right now. You can actually see the fish hitting right here. Look, there's tuna right here. There's tuna at the surface of the water right here. Fish on! Something there.
Nice king mackerel. Yeah, that's a good eating fish. We're working our way up the food chain. You know what'd be nice?
Yeah, man.
A tuna. Get me a tuna.
Hey, Jeff, change up bit, man. Change
This
up
one?
bit.
All right.
Our switch pit immediately.
Fish on? That's what I'm saying. Careful.
We got something big on this line, and it's fighting hard. It's taking this bait. Blackfin tuna! Nice power.
Yeah, man.
Blackfin tuna.
Yeah,
This is
man.
good, huh?
There's an assistance out here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Good day, man. Good day. That was
Yeah,
fun.
man.
That was a blast.
Yeah, man.
I gave the old college try. We threw everything we got at them. We were really successful. We got a nice, beautiful blackfin tuna. We got some mackerel. We had some great chase, some exciting fun. Here comes the rain. Let's bring our ship back to port, hook up with some friends, have an incredible local feast.
Coming up, a Grand Turk. This island of Grand Turk is home to the most exquisite sea life. I'm with my guide, Paula, and we're ready to prepare our fishing bounty.
All cleaned up, looking sharp, and ready to prepare some fish. So we caught some awesome fish today. We've got these Spanish mackerel, delicious, 2 of them, nice size. But for me, what's gonna be awesome is this blackfin tuna. About a 10-pound fish, perfect size, incredibly delicious. Power's gonna prepare it, fillet it, just like they do in this community. And then, a whole bunch of us are getting together. We're gonna have a cookout. It's gonna be awesome. Mackerel gets a bad rap, and I think because people eat it when it's smoked or it's preserved in oil. Fresh mackerel is delicious. The Spanish mackerel, which is a tropical species, it's a much lighter, firm, and less oily fish. So, is this ready for the grill?
This is ready for
All right.
Now that we've dressed out our catch, it's time to hand the reins over to our chef, Carmen, who has lived on Grand Turk all her life. He was the perfect recipe.
Hey there, Carmen.
Hi, Jeff. How
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Here we go. We've got this amazing selection. We've got some mackerel, we've got blackfin tuna, and you're the master. What are we gonna do?
I'm going to be seasoning it. I'll put a few pieces in here.
That's the blackfin.
That's the back
You like blackfin?
Yes, I do. We're going to use some lemon pepper seasoning.
Living here on Grand Turk, how important is it that you can actually go out in these waters and catch the fish you're gonna eat?
It's very important
Why is that?
because we can go right over there, catch our fish instead of buying it at a very expensive price. And it's one of our indigenous dishes on the Turks and Caicos Islands. So we're going to put this in foil.
So like a pepio, like a French style with the foil where it sort of steams and the juices?
Yes.
Okay. Can I try one?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Put some onion and sweet pepper, bell pepper, and a little piece
A little bit of butter.
And we're going to wrap it closely so all the juices and flavors stay in.
And on the grill coat? In order to keep Grand Turk the way it should be, it's really quite a remarkable community.
We try our best to make sure it stays this way by including
Almost camouflage. I'm going to have to be quick when grabbing her. I asked for the okay, and Catherine gives me the thumbs up. So, I'm going for it. This may be our only chance to capture a hawksbill sea turtle. So this has
Citrone.
to be perfectly coordinated, very carefully.
Ooh.
She's really
Woohoo!
a lot stronger than I expected. I've got to hold on tight, or she could get away. This is going to require the whole team. We're staying calm and going very, very slowly. We don't want to stress the turtle out, and we don't want to rise to the surface too quickly, or we could get decompression sickness. She's calming down.
How do we do?
That was awesome.
Catherine just told me this is likely the biggest hawksbill they've ever captured, which is awesome. So now the next big challenge is to get this mighty turtle on that little boat. We have successfully captured this turtle in one of the most epic, amazing experiences of my life. Now to show you why they call it a hawksbill, you can see its nose curls like a hawk's beak. It is one of the most beautifully colored creatures on the planet, and that beauty has contributed to its extinction status. Along with climate change and habitat loss today, this population has been reduced astonishingly by 80%. And if they disappear, this whole ecosystem pays the price. All right, so what do you want to do first?
I guess the first thing we should do is measure the turtle.
All right.
So we measure from right where it hinges from shell to skin, all the way down the center to the longest point.
Awesome.
So that would be right here.
So 67 centimeters is a little over 26 inches. My guess is right here.
This critical information will give Catherine and her team important data that allows them to contribute to the greater conservation efforts of hawksbill sea turtles worldwide.
So Catherine, now it's time for the flipper tags, right?
Yes, tis.
Getting a tag into the flipper is much like a human being getting their ears pierced. Remember, this is all about protecting this critically endangered species. We carefully clean the area to prevent any infection. Catherine's assistant records the tag number, so if this sea turtle is ever discovered in the future, those scientists will know exactly what its story is all about.
Only one more thing to do.
Just the skin
Little
factor.
genetics.
Using a pair of tweezers and a scalpel, Catherine takes a very small sample of the turtle's tissue and carefully slides it into this vial.
It's really remarkable to think that this tiny little sample, a piece of skin smaller than a breadcrumb, holds an endless reservoir of information. And now, the ultimate payoff, watching this gorgeous turtle go back to her home. This is why I do what I do. Catherine, can I get a hug? Because this makes a magic day for me.
There you are.
Coming up,
So
we set
beautiful.
sail for the Dominican Republic, where I unearthed a discovery 50 million years in the making. Trapped in this prison of amber. He's a lizard. My journey through the Caribbean continues, and my next port of call is the Dominican Republic.
I'm so excited.
Cái mình như mình có tới chỗ này rồi phải không ạ? Ở Dominican Republic á, tới chỗ Punta Cana. Kỳ đó đi với mấy đứa nhỏ đó.
Happens to be one of the largest and most celebrated providers of amber on the planet.
Nó sát bên Haiti.
Prestigious.
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
There you go. Who's ready for PB? Make some noise. Let's break it down. What do we got offering for you? Now, before, actually. Oh yeah. Lots happening in Mazatlan.
Ồ, có này em đi đi đó. Cái- Now go where the well stayed here, the UNESCO. The room.
Once or twice a year, I bring my family. Yeah.
Before you go to bed, put those pots 1 hour forward. For anyone who didn't hear me earlier, put them an hour forward so we can match.
Oh, come on, give me a little line of that. How's everybody doing? Thanks, Dan. Once again, my name is Mark Bennick. I'm originally from a little town called Las Vegas, Nevada. Anybody been there before? Yeah. Thanks for leaving us all your money. we appreciate you guys. This is like my second cruise back, so I'm actually really excited to be here. I've worked for Carnival Cruise Lines for about 10 years, so when I got on board, it was kind of like a family reunion. I walked on board and all my old friends were like, oh my gosh, what have you been doing? And I'm like, I got fat and got my girlfriend pregnant. Yeah, everybody had a COVID hobby. And mine's about to turn 3 months old. Yeah, that's not a joke. But anyways, I started magic when I was a little kid. I was 7 years old when I started magic. And when I was growing up, my favorite movie was Singing in the Rain. I used to beg my mom and dad to buy me an umbrella so I could be like, anyways, you're gonna be like the eyes of the audience. You are gonna check out this deck of playing cards with me. You are going to make sure that all the cards are different on the front, all different on the front. Yeah, good. And all the same on the back. They should be all the same on the back. Yeah, just like people, right? Yeah. Don't be funnier than me, though. Okay. So I'm gonna ripple through the cards just like this. You say stop anywhere you want, and that's gonna be your card. Ready? Just say stop for me. Right there, perfect. Take a peek at the card you stopped on. Don't tell it to me, but go ahead and memorize the card, all right? And do me a big favor, please don't forget the card, because if you forget the card, then the trick's not that good. Yeah, it happened last week. Yeah, that lady got all 15 drinks in before 7:30. Can you believe that? Folks, there's a drink package that you buy at the beginning. Making sure we're all on the same channel. The stuff's not coming out in Spanish, is it? For English, marque uno. All right, this next part we're going to do together. I am going to give you this deck of playing cards. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to grab the umbrella. You are going to throw that deck of cards into the air. I am going to spin back around as fast as I can. I'm going to stab the card somewhere in the middle of the air, and your card only will end up impaled on the end of the umbrella.
Wow.
And then these people are going to pretend like they care. No, I won't stab you with the umbrella. Because we're 6 feet away from each other. All right, here we go. I got faith in you. You can do this, all right? Just remember, kind of like right around here, put the whole deck as high as you can. Okay? Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Sir, you could have warned me. You could have blinked. Do we want? You are. You ever helped a magician before? No, you're not helping one now either. Grab the cards, I spin around. Yay. Here we go. Ready?
Uno, dos.
Ready? Okay, here we go. Throw the cards on the count of... I was going to count to 3. What do you want to do now? No, I'll pick him up. This was my fault. I'll get right on that. Just stand there and enjoy your night. Hey, get back in your box. Was that your card? No, good. One less to find. That's always good. David, in my case in the back, there's another deck of playing cards. You're not even back there. Everybody give David a big round of applause for helping out. There are 15 beautiful singers and dancers on this ship, and I get David. Yeah, just... You still remember the card, don't you? Okay, good, all right. And listen, I do not want you to think that this is your fault, okay? Yeah, I picked you, I know. I really hope this still works.
All right.
In a big loud voice, you tell me, was that your card? Are you serious? What was the card? The 2 of hearts. You promise. The 2 of hearts. It is a good thing I brought my magic wand. You were fantastic. Stay right there for you. There's people to clean this stuff up. Hey, listen, I got a prize for you for coming up here and helping out. Don't worry.
Thần cảm ghê á, thích diệu cũng hay em.
Nó nói ở đây nó có cái không phải là blue label mà là white label. Cũng có một vài người anh thấy lấy Mỹ nè.
Việt Nam hả? Đang lấy ra này.
All right, folks. Who is ready for our military appreciation event? Make some noise.
All right.
That is what I'm talking about. Welcome, everyone. Now, I know I would always love a bigger turnout than this because I feel like everyone should be in this event right now. Sometimes they get confused. They think, oh, that's just for the actor or not, or the ones that served and stuff like that. No. Encourage people to come out. I always tell them, this event is for everyone because we need to all give thanks and praise to all of our vets, all of our servicemen and women, because without them, we would not be on this ship. Agreed? Right? So I want to see, always, let them know, this is my favorite event. I love this event. My dad was a Marine. Do we have any Marines out there?
All right.
Exactly right there. He always hurts my hand when we shake hands. My aunt was in the Army. We have an Army out there. My brother, my stepbrother, he's in the Air Force.
All right.
And then I told them, yep, I'm doing my duties entertaining our troops overseas. That's right. So I'm still doing it. I'm doing a little something. It still works. If you haven't seen me yet, my name is Christian. I'm your cruise director here on board. My job is to make sure you're all having fun morning, noon, and night. Now, while the show is going on, if I can ask everyone, always make sure you please keep that mask on at all times. This is a masked up venue, and where we're all staying safe and we can have ourselves some fun. Now, let's see if my clicker wants to work today. Perfect, there we go. Now, like any my military appreciation events from the past, I start off with a nice little pledge. I think we should all do our pledge. And also, by the way, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everyone.
All right.
I say let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice pledge. So I love having a junior cruiser scene. Do we have any junior cruisers? There's only like 7 of them on board, so I don't. we don't. Oh, what a cruise for you guys. But I say we all do it, shall we?
We're waiting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now.
More beer!
There we go. One more time, the Army. Thank you for all. And that whoa, they have an to meet someone. It's brand new, I mean, right? So it's we haven't, right?
With all the drinking going on, I feel like I'm in the Space Force right
There
now.
we go. That's right. We don't, and they don't even have a song yet, right? It's not even, you know, it's still brand new, right? It's still in the works. An exciting time to be alive, though, right? We've added another branch of service, the Space Force. Waiting to see what they do. I am pumped. I'm excited, and I'm sure the Coast Guard are very happy that there's another branch now we can all talk about. So, folks, also make some noise, right? We have the United States Public Health Service. Without them, where would we be? As well as that, here we go. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. That is a mouthful right there. And our other uniform service members, right? Do we have anybody currently, right? Do we have any of the fire department? Our police officers out there? Do we have you all here? Anyone over here stand up? Yes? Yes? Keeping us safe at home. Thank you so much. Over here too, thank you. You're still serving us, you're still serving your country. You're helping us stay protected, stay safe. Now, this next one, right? Flip it around. Yes, don't ever forget, what were we fighting for right back then, right? What was the reasons behind everything? Yes,
Freedom.
Your country. Freedom, right? And what else?
Liberty.
Family, right? A family to come back to. How about we make some noise for those ones that were supporting you through everything, right? So how about any of the spouses, family, the children, you may rise at this time too. I think we should thank them, right? Thank them. Thank you all. We know it was just as hard, right? Think of that, the mental side of all this, right? We'll talk about that later, right? It's tough on both sides. We know you are doing the hard work, but they have another hard job at home too, raising the kids, right? As a single parent, right? I was raised by my dad, thankfully, but then I had to go, and when I was like 5 years old, then I went with my mom, right? And I didn't see my dad for a while. It's tough. And, you know, it affects the kids, affects the household, affects a lot of things. But, you know, we never forget the bigger picture, right? So one more time, the spouses, the families, the children, for hanging in there through it all. This is for my boy Dave over here. We have any Canadians in the house? Yeah, there we go. No, yes, we got some Canadians. How about in general, right? I'm like, let's make some noise for all of our international allies, right? We're not alone out there. Who's fighting along with us? Make some noise for our brothers and sisters across the pond. And all of our partnerships, right? All of the countries we help work together with to keep everyone safe. Next up, I would like to call out our vets. Now, usually I get an email if any of these guys are cruising. There's only a handful of them left. They deserve everything. You know, if I can give them the keys to the bridge, I would. Do we have any World War II vets in the room? I don't think so, because usually I will get an email, because when they come on board, we all meet them personally. They let us know when they're here, so we can just give them everything. All the thanks we can get, right? They're not here. There's not there's, what is it, like less than 200. There's less. Like it's crazy now, right? It's like less than
Father-in-law is a
200.
98-year-old that we had on the ship before COVID, and he's still around.
Yes, that's awesome. Awesome. I've only gotten to meet 2 in my 3 or 4 years with Carnival. I've only met 2 that I got to have in my appreciation event. But round of applause for any of the World War II vets that you may know also. Now this is when I like to call out, and forgive me if I miss anything, but we'll have our open forum afterwards, and you can give me those shout outs. We're going to talk over everything. Trust me, there's so many conflicts that have happened, right? That we would be here for hours. But just a few things that have stood out to us. Do we have anybody, let's think. How about these guys? This is a big one.
Korean.
The ones, yes. Actually, yeah, wait, afterward, the Korean War. Anybody from the Korea War? In this room at all? You can stand up at this time? No? It's getting up there in years now as well, but round of applause for all of our Korean vets.
But before you get to Vietnam,
Yes.
I was between Korea and Vietnam.
You were between it?
I wasn't in Korea, I wasn't in Vietnam, but I was in between that window.
And now we're going to begin the game where maybe you just want to just keep standing because it's easier on the knees. Anybody who served in Afghanistan? In Afghanistan? In our Afghanistan conflict? How about Operation Iraqi Freedom? Yes. And then, you know, they told me last week, right? How about the Cold War, right? With the Cold War in Russia. Anybody serving during that time? Like I said, there were so many kinds of different conflicts. And I know you were in some conflicts as well, but this is just a shout out to all of our active personnel that are currently serving. Maybe they ask themselves too, they're like, you know, they're ready for battle, but that's not the point of military, right? That's not the point of military. What's the point of military? To just keep our country safe, right? But you are ready to go that extra mile when it's needed. But let's hope that doesn't happen, right? That should not be happening, but you're ready for it. And I think a shout out goes to all those active members out there that are ready to protect us at any moment. And maybe they're, you know, they feel like, oh, you know, they want to get a, you know, they're like, oh, I wish, you know, when they come to these meetings, they're always like, oh, they love seeing everyone stand up. They're like, we fought here, we did this. But I always remind them, like, it's not about the fighting. You're doing your duties right now, keeping us safe. And I think if we're not fighting anything, I think you're doing an amazing job. So one more time, for all the active members out there that you may know too, a big shout out to them. Now on the other side of this, we passed our conflicts. We're going to go over more of that later during our open forum. But I can't have this event go on without, of course, giving out a shout out to the men and women that paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. And, you know, gone, but not forgotten. We owe them everything. And I would love to do a moment of silence.
Hi, I'm Christine Duffy, President of Carnival Cruise Line, and I would like to thank you not only for cruising with us, but for attending this special tribute we put together to honor those who have served or are currently serving in our military. Military service is very near and dear to me personally, as my father and all of my uncles served in the U.S. Armed Forces. My dad was in the Army, and my 3 uncles served in the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marines. My stepfather was a Green Beret. And now, our son Sean, who I'm so proud of, is currently in law school and planning to join the service as a JAG when he graduates. I have personally witnessed the honor and dedication of military men and women and the sacrifices made by their families, and I am humbled by those who are willing to give so much to preserve and protect our freedoms. At Carnival Cruise Line, we have been a big supporter of military families, and I am very proud to say that we carry more active and retired military personnel than any other cruise line in the world. My first official event as president of Carnival was in February of 2015, where I had the opportunity to be in Galveston, Texas to commemorate the start of cruises on Carnival Freedom. During this special celebration featuring country music star Martina McBride, we kicked off our partnership with Operation Homefront. This partnership has endured, and we have continued to provide charitable support to Operation Homefront. Their mission is to build strong states. Truly an extraordinary young woman. During the ceremony, she spoke about her time in the military, the importance of supporting our servicemen and women, and how important it is to spend time with our loved ones. Let's take a look.
I am humbled and proud and honored and inspired all at the same time. As a daughter of a retired Master Sergeant who served in U.S. Special Forces, I know what it's like to have a parent in the military. I serve as a commander right now, and it has its ups and downs. I have soldiers that I need to take care of, and that's why when I won Miss USA, I made my platform PTSD care and PTSD awareness and providing PTSD resources for our soldiers. What we do as military is very important. And when the days get hard, you have to think about days like this where you have organizations like Carnival Cruise Line and Operation Homefront that do what they need to do to appreciate our soldiers and the sacrifices that they have made and their families have made.
I hope all of you have enjoyed this special event today as much as we at Carnival enjoyed honoring you for your service. We thank you for spending your vacation with us, and on behalf of the entire Carnival family, we hope you and your loved ones had an extraordinary time here on your Carnival cruise, because you deserve it. Thank you.
Give it up, folks. The President. Carnival Cruise Line. I love that one. And folks, this is my favorite part of our presentation, of our meeting here today, is the open forum. This is when I bring it to you all. Give out any other shout outs, any tips for any fellow vets out there, any conflicts you want to, just give some, praise to that you're thankful for, just anything. And I have Paulette right over here. She'll be going around. Just all we ask is make sure you just keep your face mask on through while you're talking. That way we don't have to sanitize the mic every single time, right? Just keep your face mask on. And
to play down. And what this does is it helps military men and women who've been arrested and charged with misdemeanors. They go through.
Well, I didn't kill any babies, but I put 6 of the best years of my life in the Navy, and when it got time to get out, I said, I deserve a going away gift. And I stole the ship's bell. And I have a picture of it right here. I just had to liven up this meeting a little bit. Thank you.
I love that. So thank you for
Hello, everybody. My name is Ernesto Casco. From El Paso, Texas, United States Navy personnel, second class. If it wasn't for the U.S. Navy, I dare say I may not be here right now because I lived in a very depressed area, nothing but gangs and all kinds of stuff going on. I'm a son of 7. And I told my mom, I gotta get out of here. And she said, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. And the Navy actually saved my life because not only did I have a good Navy career, 4 years, but when I got out, within 2 weeks, I got a job with the Department of Veterans Affairs. Shout out for them. 35 years later, I'm here on this ship for the first time since I got off my ship, and I'm really enjoying this time.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, my name's Steve Devlin, and I just wanted to mention my dad, who served in the Merchant Marines during World War II. They don't get a lot of notice. I think he had 4 ships that was sunk when he brought it on. Just wanted to give a shout out to the Merchant Marines. Thank you very much.
Do we have anyone right over here?
Good morning. My name's Anthony. I proudly served 20 years in the United States Navy submarine service. Wow. And I wanted to make you guys aware some of the things now. It's when we tapped into some phone cables and spied on the Russians. The Cold War was a real war. And the submarine service did a lot of good things during the Cold War. We lived in an era then that is days gone by. I'm sure most of you would agree with me that the things that we were fighting for and the reasons that we were serving seem to be non-existent these days. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention so you can look it up. I was honored to have served during Operation Ivy Bells, and the Russians were our enemies, and they still are today.
Thank you, thank you. Do we have anyone else? We got time for like one more. If anybody has a, yeah, right over here.
Siempre te lo digo. Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá. Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá. Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá. Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá. Sube la mano para arriba, dale.